Hi, this is Paula from Alanda Craft, and today I'm going to show you how to get a perfect 1/4" seam using this Collins machine seam gauge and adhesive guide. Now I've got a Janami machine here and I've got a 1/4" foot for it, but even so I was still not getting consistent results. So we went and bought a couple of these, one for each of us, and I have to say that I'm pretty impressed with the results. So what it basically allows you to do is you use the ruler to set up the 1/4" seam, and then you use this adhesive guide on the machine, and it allows you to get consistent results basically. Each time you push your fabric through, you'll get a nice perfect 1/4" seam. So let's show you how to use this. Okay, so as you can see, I've taken it out of the packaging, and I'm going to put the adhesive just to the side for a minute because I'm just going to work with the ruler. So on the ruler you can see there are little holes. You may not be able to see that very well with the camera, but there are little holes here, and that's where your needle goes. So at the 1/4" seam line there, I need to pop the needle into that little hole. So you pop the ruler in, and making sure that Collins is showing here, so you put it through in the right way. So I'll pop that in, and I just need to line up the needle, and this is about the only tricky part. Right, so the needle's in that hole. So now we adjust this ruler so that it is running straight along the plate here, and I usually just find a line and make sure it runs parallel with it, and it's looking pretty good. Okay, once you're happy with that, keep your finger on the ruler and then just bring the foot down so it locks it in place like that. So that's not going to move. Now we get the little padded adhesive part here. On the back you'll have a strip to pull off. You can see I've already done mine. It's quite sticky, and you can reposition this. Okay, so you can reuse it over and over. If it loses its stickiness, you can use double-sided tape. Okay, so once you've got that, let's pop that in place here. And I like to butt it up nice and tight next to the ruler, like that. Okay, once you've got it in place, you lift your foot. Okay, and lift the needle, and you pull out the ruler, and you're ready to go. Now, the only problem, and you might notice yourself, is that this covers up the feed dogs here. Okay, and I don't want that. So I've got two options. I can either cut a bit of this padded part here, which I don't really want to do, or I can move my needle over. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove that for the moment, and I'll come over to my screen here, and on my Janami here, this is the one I need to press to move that needle over. So just check your machine guide and see what it is to remove that needle, to move the needle over. Okay, so you can see the needle has now moved over, so I can pop the ruler back in and under and do exactly the same thing again. So line up the hole there. Right, and line up the ruler. Okay, put the foot down, and then we get our adhesive, pop it into place again. Okay, push it down. Okay, lift the foot, lift the needle, and remove the ruler. Okay, okay, alright. So there you go. Now you can see the feed dogs are free. So this is perfect, exactly what I'm wanting. So let's give this a try. I'll pop a bit of material in. You can see how the material now butts up against that, which is really good. So pop the needle foot down, and away we go. Okay. Okay, and there you go. Look at that. Perfect. I love this. So if you're having trouble with 1/4" seams, this is something I highly recommend. It's really improved my sewing. I mean, when you get nice, perfect 1/4" seams like this, it really makes a difference, particularly when you're quilting and trying to get those blocks together. So just one other tip. If you are moving your needle across, put one of these on your sewing machine, because otherwise, if you turn it on and it moves the needle back, you'll forget and you'll be sewing 1/2 inch seams. So just be aware of that. But overall, for under $10, this is a real bargain.